Rezvan is my son. Well, not in reality, but I have lots of children here. These are the children of Oradea, Romania. They've been abandoned, they've been forgotten, and they've been deserted by society. But what's important for us is these children are loved, and they're part of the growing world. And if we forget about the children of today, we're going to die with them.
Mulțumesc. Mulțumesc. Nume e Rezvan.
Pașa. Râde. Unde să vadă?
This is Rezvan. Rezvan is one of my children. I have 22 other children here as well, and all of them are from Oradea, Romania. Unfortunately, these children have been abandoned and they have been forgotten, and they're considered as street children and the dregs of society to many. They need love more than anything else, just like any child would. And with love and care, they've got a future. But without it, their life is dark. Could use some help from people like you. Thank you for caring. Thank you. This is my friend Chaim. He's 10 years old and here alone, but he's with family now. He's cared for and he's loved. But his life is quite dark without people helping. We need your help desperately to bring some brightness to this child's life. Mulțumesc. Mulțumesc. She's a deaf mute, and the children that look like boys but are actually girls dress like this with intent because they're so frightened of the sexual predators that walk the streets of Romania. She's been abused many times and faces an uphill battle. But you can see she's got brightness, she's got happiness, and she's got a smile, and she's asking you for help. To become a marketable commodity in an area of exploitation. But she has a natural affection for the children. She loves them. You can see it. It comes across. It's not practiced or rehearsed by any stretch of the imagination. It's a very real love. Just amazing what a tiny little McDonald's toy can do for a child. When they come in,
Show me those again.
Okay. These are their real shoes. When the children come, they are so infested with head lice and scabies and various diseases. We have to burn what few things that they have, the clothes. We have to shave their heads, unfortunately. Some of them have such terrible scars, not only physical but emotional scars. The fact that we're giving them new clothes is a bit of a catharsis for them because they feel like they're receiving a new life. But there's nothing for them. I wish I had the money to get balls or sports equipment or some better clothes, but I don't. Do what I can. These children's lives are quite limited. When they arrive here, they are allowed to stay for a maximum of 28 days. That was the agreement that was made with the mayor. And whatever happens to them in their life, at the end of the 28 days, they have to go back on the streets, whether there's a parent for them, a guardian, or anyone. But these children, unfortunately, these faces that are here tonight, I've seen time and time again. And it's only by luck and by good fortune that some of them get to come back. They're good children. They're good children. They just don't have anyone that loves them. This year, we were able to find some toys, small things, some books for them to color in, some tools. something to keep their lives active, but when it's so cold outside in the dead of winter, there's not a lot that we can do with them. It's amazing if you imagine what one child has in their life, just the energy alone. Well, put this many children in a room this size, and we've got limited opportunities. Jaki wyrok? Here. What we are able to provide the children here is a clean, safe environment for the limited 28 days that we're here. Mircea, show me your bed, please. Come on in, we'll show. In this room we keep 6 children. We separate the boys and the girls in the rooms. We change the sheets on a regular basis. But because so many of the children have had such damaged lives, many of them wet the bed, cannot control their bowels, sometimes out of fear, sometimes out of physical illnesses. Children here have no diet whatsoever. If they are in a state-run orphanage, their subsistence is limited to mashed carrots and tea daily. Once a month they will receive meat, if we're lucky. Children do not receive milk in this country at all, so the calcium deficiencies are very high. A lot of the children suffer from mental illnesses as well, and unfortunately we have to put the children in the same environment with all the other children. Mircea here is a deaf mute, and Mircea is a good child, but very active, and sometimes it can become intimidating for the other children. Rezvan, sleep. In the state-run warehouses or orphanages, okay. This represents a typical room for the children. Because they come with no belongings and no possessions, this is all there is for them. But at least they're safe. They're loved for the short 28 days that they're allowed to be here. Our worry is always what's going to happen after the 28 days. There are people in the community that want to help, but just outside of these walls, the public's facing the very same situation. With a salary that's on an average of less than $50 a month, and for professionals, for doctors and nurses who have salaries of only $100 a month, they're all starving. The situation in this part of Romania is in fact worse than it was 11 years ago at the fall of Ceausescu. With 22 mouths to feed every night, we stretch what small resources that we have. Typical meal is obviously bread because it's a filler. We use mashed carrots because of the vitamins that are in the carrots, and tea. When we can get meat, we have meat, and I try to bring the fruit I can. But fruit in this part of Romania is very, very expensive. So each trip that I come down with bananas and oranges when I can. But it fills their stomachs, which is better than what they had on the street. A young man like this, the rhetorical question is what lies ahead for his future. The prejudice against him is very, very high because of the color of his skin. And in this society where everyone has suffered traditionally for so many years, it's easy to create a pecking order. Has no mother, has no father.
Just ask him to look at the camera.
Scusa. Posa?
Okay, keep looking.
Posa vă rog. Scuza, nu, nu camera fotografic. Da. Nama? Bill, tata Bill, nama? Nu? Our limited resources, we have to guarantee that we can fill their stomachs. So tonight we've put together some pasta. I've added some cheese into the pasta a little bit, and I've got tea as usual. and been a little lucky. I brought from England some juice this time, so we're going to do a little better. Some days it's just strained carrots. In the morning we always have bread, lots of bread. But this is a good meal. We're going to feed everybody with this tonight. So we've got some happy children. We're going to fill their stomachs tonight. On the streets, well, they wouldn't have done this well through an entire week, and maybe even a month for some of them.
Rabbi Keldberg told me once, a few years ago, he says, Bill, you go out and preach the Word of God. If you need to, use words. I thought that was great.
Oh, it's nice.
Aveți să-l pui pe lemn. Pune-l pe lemn.
Da. Pune-l puțin.
Hai. Lasă, uite și pune-l tu pe
We
lemn.
used to feed cattle this way, but
Acolo e lemnul.
you use what you have. Put the light on?
Da.
And this type of luxury, having a meal every single day, if we could provide it. They work out of a mutual team commitment. You've been wonderful. You're my friend. The tea's a little weak, but we try to make the bags go as long as we can. So I've splurged since we have company tonight. We've gone for 3 tea bags. So we've got a little company. Where's the next
3
one?
tea bags for how many people?
22.
If you just tell me that again.
Well, we've got a luxury tonight. We've got 3 tea bags in here, so because we've got company, we're splurging a little bit. We're going to use the 3 tea bags, but it's good. We're all right.
Okay, tell me that again. That we had 3 for 22 people.
Yeah, we've got 3 tea bags for our 22 children here tonight. I'm not being cheap.
That's it.
What's the best? I just try to stretch things as best I can. Actually, the airline, they were wonderful to me this week. They went in and said, Bill, we're glad you're with us. We've got extra tea bags on the plane. Would you like them? And I don't want to talk about names of airlines, but British Airways have been wonderful to me. They let me go inside the galley and kind of pillage the galley on the flights down here. They've been wonderful. They help me with supplies. They help me with food. Swiss Air, they've given me some tickets to come down lately, and they've been passing out chocolates to me. They gave me a box of chocolates for the children to use tonight. So we've actually got a dessert. Bună seara!
Da, bună seara!
Ciao!
Ciao, uite, cine sunteți? Aici e taică meu, uite.
Serious.
Aici e taică meu.
Serious, fellow.
Bună zi!